League championship. The ensuing years brought a stream of trophies, and in 1999 something truly unique was achieved. A treble of domestic league, FA Cup and Champions League triumphs was completed in a single unforgettable season. Alex Ferguson's management had given a club steeped in tradition, a team that blended experience and youth, skill and resilience, and a team that would never ever give up. Just days after missing out on the 1992 league title, 14,000 fans arrived at Old Trafford to watch the Youth Cup being won against Crystal Palace. And if the significance of this success was not immediately obvious, it would soon become glaringly so.
People would see within the club, these were potential top young players coming through, with Neville's, Beckham, Butt, Scholes. We had some really fantastic players at the time.
Under youth team coach Eric Harrison, a special group was emerging. Alex Ferguson saw the huge potential.
As soon as first team had stopped training, he used to come over. So he knew just as much about the players as I did, really, but we had many discussions about it, and he got to the stage at one time when he said, well, if this lot don't make it, we might as well pack in.
If you're a young player growing up and you're in the youth team and you see the manager of Manchester United watching you and taking an interest, it spurs you on, it gives you that sort of belief that you can get in the first team.
Ryan Giggs had done exactly that. After captaining the 1994, Alex Ferguson had built his first great United side.
They were at good ages, from 26 upwards. And Ryan Giggs was a young lad, of course. Conchelsis was reasonably young. All the rest were good ages for a team, and they were very strong mentally.
The likes of Paul Ince, Brian Robson, Steve Bruce, Mark Hughes, tough characters. Not many teams had more pace than us, likes of me, Kanchelskis, Lee Sharp, really quick players. We just had everything. We just had strength, aggression, pace, skill. Sometimes we just blow teams away.
There was also a Frenchman, an inspiration, a catalyst, Eric Cantona.
It was fantastic. He was like the Pied Piper with him, you know. They're like that, you know, goggle-eyed, but he was terrific with them, you know.
The first day in training, I remember behind one of the goals there was a big wall. He went down to that wall. This is like 20 minutes before we were supposed to start training. Took the ball, just half while he was up against and touch it down, and the next day, one of the young fellas was there, and then suddenly everyone was out there. The Scholes, the Beckhams, the Nevilles, who eventually went on to become the backbone of Manchester United.
In 1995, the kids would get their chance.
We lost Paul Ince, we lost Mark Hughes and Kanchelskis. Those were three players that would play in every starting 11. For those young guys to come in and do what they did, Neville, Scholes, they were unbelievable.
It's sometimes a gamble when you put young players in. You see so many players with the skill, but you've got to have that mental ability as well, and I knew, because I'd played with them for 5 or 6 years, the strengths that these players had, the mental strength, the skill that they had. I knew that they would be able to cope.
They did more than cope. United won another league and cup double in 1996.
The 96 team was starting to evolve with the younger players coming in, Gary Neville, Phil Neville, David Beckham, Nicky Butt, Paul Scholes all start to emerge in the team.
The spirit was incredible in the dressing room. There was, the young lads that came through together. We were the heart of that sort of driving force behind that spirit.
It was just the start of a team, and of course by '99, all these young players were regular players.
We were the voice of the changing room at the time. At that age we were 23, 24. We were confident. We'd won leagues, we'd won cups, we'd won doubles.
1998 had seen the title surrendered to Arsenal. At the start of the new season, United reacted, adding 2 vital signings, Jaap Stam and Dwight York.
The expectation and the quality within the dressing room, certainly the leadership of Sir Alex and the gaffer, I knew straight away this was the place for me to be. The day that I joined, Keano pretty much drove a ball at me and says, you know, welcome to United.
We had a good mix of players. Big Pete was a big personality. Jaap was tough, he was quick, he was a fantastic man marker. He was made for the British game. Ronnie Johnson next to him was so quick as well. We could gamble at times and going forward and leave them two centre-halves 2v2, which is always dangerous. But that's the way we played at the time.
The best midfield you could ever wish to have.
We had great ability in that area of the field, that final third. Bex's crossing, you know, Scholes, he was such a fantastic footballer. Keeney was powerful. Giggsy's dribbling.
Even Nicky Butt, not to mention. Absolutely brilliant midfield, 4 great strikers.
Yorkie and Teddy were great link-up players as well. And obviously Ollie and Coley were known for the goal-scoring feats and that. So there was a great balance and great composure that final third.
4 strikers, but 2 in particular formed a potent partnership.
Special. It's unbelievable.
He invited me into his home, his family home, showed me the areas to go, the areas not to go. Since then, our partnership has really blossomed from there.
I didn't make my appearance with York until we played Southampton at the Dell. And then after that, it was just unbelievable. The way me and Yorkie just clicked on that day, because people say, oh, did you work on it? Never worked on it. We clicked on that day, and then after that, as I say, the rest is history.
The York-Cole combination was needed against Champions League group opponents Brøndby, Barcelona and Bayern Munich.
You know, sometimes in life, things are just meant to be. Little dummies, little 1-2s, and one of us get in and score. The Brøndby game, you know, little dummies as well. He slips in, I think, the goalkeeper.
We got better as the season progressed, and the more we play with each other, we get an understanding that people say it was a telepathic sort of combination.
We were delighted to get through the group because 98, when we went out to Monaco, 97 we felt we had a great chance, and went out to Dortmund in the semi-final. That was a big blow. So to get through the group stage was the first step along the way.
Domestically, the great form continued. By mid-January, United were second in the league and through to the 4th round of the FA Cup, where they met old rivals Liverpool.
We wanted to play football. They certainly wanted to play football. There always seemed to be lots of space on the pitch when you played Manchester United, likewise for them. And they would always attack minded games with goals and excitement.
Good looking move this by Liverpool. Fowler and Owen both waiting. Here's the cross, and Owen has done it for Liverpool with only 2.5 minutes on the clock.
That was an incredible game, that, you know, we seemingly in complete control, and then at the time United were popping up with late goals.
We just grew and grew in performances. I think confidence grew. We felt we were invincible.
Beckham opts not to shoot, and there's the equaliser from Dwight York.
We still felt now we're going to win this game and we'll get that goal we need towards the end.
All Scholes, and it's 2-1. Oh, Manchester United have stolen it with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Maybe a warning of what could happen later on.
A week later, this time in the league, there was more late drama.
I remember the Charlton game. We were really pressing them, we were all over them, and we just couldn't get the ball in the net. Pretty much on the last kick of the ball, I think Scholes would deliver one, and I rise above the defender and got the header. And again, that was important for us, kept our momentum going.
The following month at Nottingham Forest, United delivered a statement of intent. Overseeing a 4-1 lead with 20 minutes remaining, Ferguson had simple instructions for his super sub.
You'll get the last 20 minutes here, just come on, nothing stupid, keep it nice and simple and keep possession. But then chances just fell for me, so we ended up scoring 4 goals. It was one of them feelings that when you go to the playground, the ball just lands in your feet, you score.
The finals had thrown up difficult opponents.
They always said you had to beat an Italian side in those days to win a Champions League. And Inter Milan were sprinkled with fantastic players.
But for United, it was a night for their stars to shine.
Bex is a winner, he's a leader. He's proven that on a number of occasions. The inter-game was just something that, you know, things in, you know, the crosses that he had provided for me on the night made my life extremely easy. And I, you know, when you look back, lots of my goals have come from because of the quality of X.
Big Pete made a great save from Zamorano. I think Edinburgh made a fantastic clearance off the line. We went there with a 2-0 lead, which is fantastic really, because you would hope that's enough to get you through. That was a tough test because the San Siro is a fantastic place to play football. Dismiss it, certainly in January and February, is too much.
If people really spoke about it too much, you can't like get shut down, you know. Not in a bad way, but it's a case of, hey, there's plenty more games to go, you never know what can happen. And there would be no respite before the return leg in Turin. United first met Arsenal in the semi-final of the FA Cup. That was a very, very good Arsenal team. The midfield there was very strong. The back four, the goalkeeper. Maybe in a different era, Arsenal might have dominated, you know, but unfortunately they come into the wrong era where Manchester United were an unbelievable team. We had some mammoth games with them. A 0-0 draw meant a replay was required.
The second game, I made a lot of changes. People don't remember that. I used my whole pool because we had a Wednesday game against Juventus. And I felt, well, I've got to use the pool here. I left out York and Cole, I left out Giggs, I left out Scholes. And we started off really well in the game.
Beckham! First blood to Manchester United! He scored the equalising goal!
The match swung back and forth.
He's off! Oh, what a game!
Before penalty drama in injury time.
I told you they needed Schmeichel, and they did!
I didn't know it was the last minute, and I was very surprised when it was finished. I'm thinking, wow, had they scored, we would never had the time.
When Peter saves that penalty, that just shows you this is going to be your year. If Dennis Bergkamp scores, they would have the mental advantage, probably going on to win the league. But then when he saved that one, we had that little edge.
He created one of the best and most memorable moments of maybe Manchester United history.
I was having a bit of a nightmare actually, I kept giving it away, so I decided the next time I got the ball I was just going to dribble and see what happened.
Great run here by Ryan Giggs! Oh, what a goal! Would you believe it?
I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. But when he started to run at them, I'm going, God. Is it watching each hurdle, as the horse comes to each hurdle, go for that one, go for that one. You know, it got to a position where you say, hey, he could score here.
And the celebrations, don't forget them.
Fantastic goal. And you just felt that fate was in their hand by that time.
I think it gave everyone that lift and everyone that belief that we could go on and do something special that season.